So when I was driving home a couple nights ago, almost hit a deer, and as you can see, the car is thankfully unscathed, and in theory it did its job. I'm not sure what happened, but here's the dashcam clip of what I saw and what the car saw. So here is some of the front camera footage from my car, and this has been reduced to quarter speed. So I'm driving along, I do my normal scanning for stuff on the road, and I'd say probably about right there is when I noticed the deer here on the right, because I was looking to the right at that moment. And I start slowing down, and then next thing I know, I see the deer to the left, and I start braking. Obviously, when I first saw the deer to the right, but then once I saw the deer to the left, I start braking harder, obviously. And right about there, you'll notice the car starting to push itself towards the right. And that's not something I did. The car wasn't in autopilot at this point because I had disengaged it, like basically a fraction of a second earlier. But this is kind of where the safety features kicked in on the car. And luckily there was nobody to the right of me to hit. I don't think it would push itself into another car. Um, I haven't really done any research and I've never tried, so I don't know how smart the car is from that standpoint. But my understanding is it shouldn't push itself into another car. Normally, I would have just kept on going straight, but as you can see here, it kept pushing to the right because the deer was running to the right and it was trying to avoid the deer. I do think that the outcome would have probably been the same if I would have gone straight or to the right. I would have not hit the deer based on the fact that I was slowing down fast enough. But yeah, and then you keep going a little further and see if I can catch it. I stopped so hard, oh, just missed it. A little puff of smoke here on the right. I also have a slowdown of front and back view. Now the problem with this one is I didn't get synced properly because the clips were a little weird for some reason. So right there is when I started braking, as you can see in the back view. And that was when I noticed the deer to the right. And then, yeah, same. I start braking harder once the car, at about the same time the car starts veering to the right because I saw the deer on the left. And then, yeah. But luckily there's no one anywhere near me, so I wouldn't have caused an accident. So that's a good thing about the late night driving I do. That happened probably around 1 a.m. It's a fairly nice night, the night that this happened. But yeah, I'm kind of glad that it was able to avoid the deer and not hit it. Well, hopefully you found that interesting. In the end, I don't really know what to think either way. The car didn't give me any like emergency warning chimes or anything like that, so I think it was a bit of a combined effort to avoid the deer. I don't think the car would have been able to stop in time if I hadn't already started slowing down, though. It is hard to say on that because I did cut it pretty close. It's probably in the end about 3 feet away from the deer by the time I was out of danger. But either way, hopefully you found that interesting, and thanks for watching.